And it's not catching the webcam. Well, the webcam's on there. It's just I have to reset that.
Well, it's not me.
Let me try this. Technical difficulties, guys. The webcam is... Maybe I have to do something with NVIDIA broadcast. I don't know why.
It wouldn't be a PC rebuild without technical difficulties.
Wow, Tarek, that's a hell of a freaking essay.
I told you, as soon as you said it, I had my suspicion and I wrote it down. No, I don't think this is what you're thinking of.
I had to do something with, I had to mess around with NVIDIA broadcast. Aloha, and welcome to today's episode of Mystimon Saga, The Hidden Archives. Sorry for the technical difficulties at the start there.
And the delay, my bad.
So, we pick up with our party, at least most of our party. We have a new player today. His name is Dream. Dream, say hello.
Hello.
And Dream is playing Kia El Taurus. I have to remember the names. Memorize more names. Yay. And Kia will be actually officially joining the party when the party gets to their destination for today's episode. So sit back, Kia. And the party are called in again to Atlantia. There seems to be a lot of weird stuff going on in Atlantia. You've noticed that. In fact, you actually have it all mapped out on a map up in the on the second floor. You have everything mapped out, and there seems to be huge clusters of things going on in Atlantia. And you are called into Atlantia to help a family whose daughter is seemingly possessed.
Is this the same family that the girl in the last group found?
No. No.
No.
Different
All
family.
right.
Different family.
Okay, so does extra coat and shoe belong to the other girl then?
This is a whole entirely different family, new family. But it is actually in the same general area. It is actually in the same general area as Chris Village, where you met up with Kia before. Only this one actually seems to, from the information you've been able to gather from it, it seems this is an actual possession, an actual spiritual matter.
Well, you know what they say, possession is 9/10 of the law.
And so, Bifrost, you being the cleric, the priest, this one really comes up your alley.
Yes, it does.
So
I'm gonna
what do you say to this?
suggest. Well, I'm gonna be bringing a variety of objects. Just stop off to pick up decent incense. I have my scripture book, holy symbol, etc., and I'm ready to do some investigation here.
Yeah.
Family's dog, huh?
You never know.
So, what is the family unit that that's concerned here? Like, how many people are in it?
So we have the parents, of course, and she has one little brother. The girl has one little brother, and then there's the uncle, and that's all.
Okay, so it's parents and an uncle and two children.
Yes.
Okay. So
Let me know if you need.
I'm sorry about the background noise.
All good.
I will.
Oh, it adds
Yes.
flavor.
Yes, Allen wrenches and everything. So so I'll wait till we get there, but I have a backup plan for if they need something to distract them while we do our initial investigation.
Sure.
I'm popping my dagger into my bag.
So the uncle's name is, I'm going to type it in chat here. The uncle's name is Uncle Vernie.
Damn, I was hoping for Ben.
That one's taken.
Don't.
And the father's name is Lyric.
Does Uncle Vernie live with them, or is he just visiting?
He lives in the area.
Because it might not be the worst idea for them to have a weekend at Vernie's.
And the mother's name is Chantal. And the girl's name is Julene. And the little boy is Theo.
My noise canceling software worked. Sorry. Somebody just went down with down the road outside my window with sounded like no muffler, and it didn't kick over.
So we have Uncle Vernie. The father's name is Lyric. The mother's name is Chantal. The girl's name is Julene, and the little boy, the brother, is Theo.
Excellent. So, we going to start there, or do we need to pack up first? Meet up with Kia as well.
You can start wherever you like. It's up to you.
Is there anything we need from the ranch folks before we take off? Does anybody need to get special weaponry?
I should be set presently.
Just a little out of character for a moment. Dream, what type of weapon does Kia currently use? Is it just a regular kind of weapon, or do you have a magical weapon?
They're magical.
Okay, so then us bringing an extra +1 weapon for you is not necessary.
No, they're already enchanted.
Yeah, we have a small armory that has a lot of basic items that are +1, so we
Yeah.
could bring something if you didn't have something already, but that's fine.
You can
Probably
also,
what you have is
you also have materials for silver and stuff like that. Materials that would be effective against certain types of creatures.
Do we have any kind of indication as to what kind of a haunting this is? You said it's a possession, but we don't know
Yeah,
what's.
yeah. The only time that whenever you hear about a possession, it's usually always a necrospirit. Necrospirits are the only things that really do that.
And those are complicated and very dangerous.
Yes, they're incredibly dangerous.
I've seen worse.
Oh,
I
yes.
In one household in Kowloon, yeah.
You haven't really seen worse out of character.
I think, unfortunately, we have seen worse, but only like in grand scale.
Yeah. But necrospirits, they are pretty bad. They can be pretty dangerous. The most dangerous thing about them is you don't know where they could be. And when they're possessing people, they could literally be anyone.
I don't know, a skeleton in a sundress is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, we have a new friend in the ranch lately. His name is Coco, a skeleton, otherwise known in this world as a Skalm. And they met him at a house where they actually met up with Kia. Coco is scared of literally everything.
Not literally everything, just basically everything.
Yeah, he's scared of basically everything. And he's been getting terrorized by Tira constantly. And he seems to like to wear dresses. So he's been wearing Kauai's dresses. In fact, when they first met him, he was wearing a dress that belonged to the family's late mother.
It didn't go over very well.
They weren't very understanding, no.
No.
Which, I mean, I can sort of understand why they weren't understanding.
Yeah.
They were pretty much like hells to the no.
Yeah. So as soon
And
as you
from
can...
what I was gonna say, and from what I hear, Huawei is taking it much better.
Yes, she actually thinks it's kind of funny.
Anyway.
So, as soon as you can get Tira to stop terrorizing Coco long enough so you can back up into the airship and go...
I assume Kia didn't join us yet, but will probably join us there.
Yes,
Is that correct?
Yes, Kia is currently in Atlantia. Remember, Kia didn't come back to the ranch with you because she didn't really have much of a reason at the time.
I suppose. Friendship is a good reason to come.
So it was kind of like, you call the exterminators and then just being like, hey, mind if I come with? It was a bit weird.
Well, scarily enough, that's how we've recruited quite a number of people.
Yeah, that's Bifrost for you. Bifrost likes recruiting people.
Bifrost believes in a group that has a variety of talents and abilities. So yes, we'll get there, and before we leave, I'll use the comm stone to let Kia know where we're going, just in case she would like to meet us.
Yeah, since Kia's literally right dab in the neighborhood, you could tell her, "Hey, we're going to be in the neighborhood." And Kia,
Exactly.
you happen to know of the family in question.
How strange.
Because it's a small village where she is. Chris Village
Ah.
is a pretty small village, so everyone literally knows everyone. And Kia's... I would think that Kia was probably instrumental in helping to defend that area from the undead armies that came through there just a couple of years ago.
The skull would have been that much more disturbing then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Well, I've got all my things. I'm ready to go.
I got what I can get.
Alright, so... Party packs up into the airship with Kawoi and Ira, leaving Coco behind with the goblins. Oh, how much fun they're going to get to, especially when Coco's not being terrorized.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be a good opportunity for all of them to bond.
Yeah, tire size actually steps on the says, damn it. Now to work, can't play now.
We'll be okay, Tira.
When the parents are away, the kids will play. So,
Did you mention what it was you thought the problem was?
At
And
this point, we believe it's a possession, but we don't know exactly what kind of possession. We'll have to do some investigation.
cool.
So, you arrive in Chris Village yet again. And meet up with Kia. He's probably wondering why in just the course of 2 weeks are you meeting up yet again?
It's a fair question.
Tara did like that. Wait a minute. We met this person before.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's nice to have a local tour guide while we're here. Better one that we've met before.
As you're stepping off the airship, Kwoi's really looking around with dancing eyes and everything, and Bifrost, make me a perception check.
I will make a possession check.
Perception.
I don't think there's possessions in there.
I need more coffee.
Nice.
25. So, Bifrost, out of the corner of your eye, you notice that Ira's eyes kind of glance over to these woods that kind of surround the area, and as her eyes glance over in that direction, you notice a figure in those woods that's just there for a second and then gone. And Ira's
Okay.
eyes are wide with it's like she recognizes them.
I
Whoever
don't want to
this
say
is.
who I think it is, but I think I know who it is.
What is the matter?
I think I just saw my mother.
It is not who I thought it was.
That would be unfortunate. We've this not in character. We've seen the last necrospirit we ran into, or at least something like a necrospirit that we ran into, came from her. Correct?
Yeah.
So it's not really much of a possession, it's more like a curse.
Well, how do you tell the difference?
You ask it nicely.
You say, "Are you a god?" And then it responds back, "Yes."
But when they ask you, "Are you a god?" you always say yes.
Oh yeah, you better.
Well, Bifrost would have such a hard time with that.
Sometimes it turns out to be true. Eventually.
Eventually. Out of character, Cyber, who did you think that was? Just out of
I
character.
was expecting a man in a top hat.
Oh. You haven't actually seen him in a while. It's actually kind of nice not seeing him in a while.
Yeah, I don't think he would be a good person to have here. So, Dream, we've got two.
Is he ever a good person to have anywhere?
Yeah, especially I spit down his throat that one time when he disappeared. He ain't too
Alright.
happy about that.
We have a few, not many, but we have a
And I hope
few
he gagged.
running villains, Dream, just to keep you in the loop. And the one that Ira spotted is a witch who actually placed our organization under a curse inadvertently. And no, I think she actually intended it, but she used another intermediary to do that. And then the man with the top hat being named Zolgoth, who is the head of an organization that wants to bring about the destruction of the world. So neither one of them are really nice people.
Yeah, Zolgoth is especially xenophobic, racist.
If we spot Zolgoth, that's a different game altogether. But
yeah, he's very, very bad.
Ira's mother, Luna, is a witch. And that's not me just using a euphemism.
Yeah. So, what are you all doing as you meet up with Kia? Kia, you meet up with the party shortly after this little scene with Ira spotting her mother.
So, well, welcome back.
It is a pleasure to see you. We are here to investigate the possession, but there is new information that may mean this is more complicated and more dangerous. So we should keep our eyes open.
Okay, well, you seem to have more experience in this matter than me, so take the lead.
More than I ever wanted to.
Alright, Bifrost, take point.
So
You are the
coming
priest, so...
Yeah, coming up to the house, then do I see anything that looks like maybe somebody nailed it there, put it there, that would be unusual? You know, some type of object perhaps that could have been placed there to anchor.
No. You can make a perception check, of course.
Sure.
And all of you can make perception checks if you want.
Yeah.
22.
Sure, I'll take you up on that offer.
16.
Where did I put my
Paying
perception?
attention.
Where did he put his perception check? He lost his perception check again.
Good
Oh, very
God.
nice.
Kia doesn't notice shit.
Which is good. You should not see that outside of a house.
But the best roll of the day seems to go to Felix. 30.
Felix spots
I
it.
found it.
Felix,
There's-
with that perception check, you...
Is that a Mythos tome I see through the window into the library?
Oh, you
Wait,
wish?
what?
You wish?
I'm making stuff up, don't mind me.
He wishes.
He's not 100% freaking stable, then. If it's seeing nothing but tomes.
So, Felix, you notice some kind of strange carving or something on a tree at the very edge of the tree line. Just like a dozen feet or so from the house.
Do I recognize?
Not
Yeah,
from
does
here.
anybody in the party
Not from
recognize
here.
it?
You see just a piece of it, just a part of it.
Alright, well, I will go take a closer look.
Alright.
Without saying anything to the rest of the party, just heading off on my own. Others are welcome to notice me.
So
Is that Felix? I see Felix over there. No, it's okay.
Since I wasn't paying attention to the other thing, I just noticed that Felix walking off. So, hey, Felix, what are you doing?
So Felix, what you
There's
see?
Mark over here on this tree. I wanted to get a closer look.
What you see is actually a very... If Bifrost comes over here, he's going to immediately recognize this mark.
Yep.
Do I need
I
an
will wander.
occultism check?
Yeah, go ahead and make an occultism check.
Woohoo.
A 25.
I only have a 16 on that, but I will recognize it for other reasons.
It's the same symbol that you've seen before. That
Oh,
recognized the same symbol that represents the cult.
Oh, good. So I pull out my journal, and I actually have a picture already in there of that same symbol. I will turn to the page with it, and then I will open it up and show it to the others and say, yes, this does seem to be cult business here.
Yeah, I figured
Why
as
is
much.
it always cult business?
They don't have storefronts, so this is how they do their business.
That's one way to put it.
Iris says, you know, Crystal was just lamenting the other day. Why is it there are so many cults? In fact, she's dealing with another cult right now, a little minor one, but why is there always so many cults? They keep popping up out of nowhere like...
Popcorn.
They
Like
keep
crazy?
popping up out of nowhere like cats pop out of Bifrost's chest.
Well, I do not think it is for the same reason.
I don't think so either.
A bottomless bag of cult.
What do we get this time? See, we would be overrun by cults at this point. You know, whoever got that bag would just be doing it just to see what happens.
Like you're already overrun with cats.
Indeed. I would say that it's part of me would like to say that perhaps they are intended as distractions for us, but perhaps it is also that many people feel a need to understand why the world is so different, and cults give them a sense of place and power. Especially when things have been chaotic more recently, with strange spirits and increased supernatural activity.
Yeah, my understanding about cults, they're just offshoots of old religions.
Indeed, but sometimes for purposes that the original religion was not actually focused on.
What's Kia's take on this?
My take on what? Sorry.
Your take on this symbol on this tree that Bifrost has confirmed is a symbol often used to represent a cult. A very particular cult.
Have I seen this symbol around town before, or is this?
That's an important idea.
Make a society check.
Huh?
Oh no.
Roll high.
Bifrost
Well.
calls it the Cult of
Nice.
Cthulhu, but it's the actual name for this cult is the Scions of the Void. And nope, you don't think you've seen it anywhere else.
So it's a derivative cult of another cult.
Well, I've not seen the symbol before, so if they're in town, they're new.
But these markings generally are territories or there's markers of a barrier of some sort. Or these marks of, well, casting, marking the spell or marking the curse on this town, probably.
So, yeah, this I just posted in the Discord an image that represents their cult. It's very unusual.
That's
I haven't seen one of
that's not
those
fair at all.
in
Bifrost.
so long.
Seriously.
Bifrost.
Sorry, I posted a picture of the Stussy S, which is not the symbol of the Scions of the Void. It also has a V in front of it, too.
Oh, gods.
Then I'll spend the 3 points to make that canon. No, I'm
No.
joking.
You don't even have 3 story points.
Not yet.
I don't know. We each have 1 point, and it can be pulled together.
So the SV stands for Scions of the Void. Okay.
Yeah.
It's it's a symbol that you would actually know Bifrost out of character.
Okay. So it's a symbol that I would know out of character.
Yeah, it is a symbol that you, the person.
Is it the yellow sign?
I don't know, but you know
I
more of
would have
that.
to
You
look
know
it
more
up.
about this H.P. Lovecraft stuff than I do.
I'll share some stuff. Then you'll tell me if that's the one.
But as you're looking at this symbol, it's not it. As you're looking at this symbol, you hear a voice behind you. Oh, you're interested in that carving, are you? You know, that symbol... Not it?
Okay.
You know, that symbol goes back much, much, much further than the people who take it now. That symbol goes back many, many generations. You know, symbols contain power. Much more power than people give it credit. And you turn around and you see the red-haired witch, Luna.
It was unexpected to see you here.
And Ira is like aghast.
Hi, have we met before?
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
The pressure.
I need more coffee.
That's okay, bud.
Oh, I see you have a new friend.
And a slightly less new friend. That would be me.
So,
I don't recall Tyra ever met this witch at all.
no,
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I met her personally. She was the one behind one of the possession, well, not a possession, one haunting where we almost burned down the building. That's the one where we broke down doors and then they were reformed quickly, and then that's how we got the first big curse on us. She potentially has the ability to break that curse. So I've been trying to make inroads to speak with her again, so this is sort of an unfortunate twist.
And she just for a second glances at her daughter. Oh, fancy seeing you here. Still putting my daughter in the middle of these things, are you?
In our defense, she put herself in the middle of things.
I would suspect that part of the reason we're here is because you wish to see her or us, yes?
Do you really think I would summon a necrospirit to possess a child just to lure you here?
Yes, I'm gonna go with yes. Am I
When
right?
when you put it that way, it does seem likely, considering the first spirit that you brought to meet us.
Oh, you give me too much credit.
I still do seek an end to that haunting, and I am told that you are the one who possesses the way to stop it. Don't you feel that spirit has been tortured long enough?
Perhaps we can discuss that another time. I'm here for matters of my own, and I would appreciate it if my daughter does not interfere. I would greatly prefer if my daughter were not even here.
She is an adult. She does have the right to make her own choices.
Yes, I can see that. And she shoots a glance over at Koi.
What issues do you have that you needed to speak with your daughter about?
Just stay out of my way. Now that symbol, he quickly changes subject. That symbol goes back even before the First Age. The people who take it now, they only adopted it. That symbol holds much more power than even they realize. And Bifrost still hasn't posted the right one. Out of character.
Are you sure you'll recognize it when he does?
Yes.
Okay. Figured I'd check.
So these codes just use it because it's IP, try to make profit off it when in reality they don't know nothing about it. Okay.
Why does this symbol bring about a need for family discussion?
Oh, it doesn't. I don't really care for that symbol. To be perfectly honest with you. I don't even really care about this cult of yours.
I was not aware it was my cult. I will have to talk to the members. They have misunderstood something.
Oh, maybe you misunderstood because you were a robot.
It wouldn't be the first time.
I have been informed that that is not truly a good classification for myself, but misunderstandings are common.
What I mean is this cult that seems to like dabbling in things that involve you or something. That man really is truly insane. And I hear that you even thought that I work with him. Why would I ever align myself with a psychopath such as he?
So there has been a split within your organization, I see.
Do you really believe I ever worked with him? Or for him, for that matter? Oh, gods.
I think it must be clear that I did believe that, and if you would like to clarify, I would be happy for new information.
I
I am
work
actually
for
writing furiously in my
myself.
book.
I work for myself, and only myself. Make that perfectly clear. I may work with him from time to time when it benefits me.
So you're self-employed. You want to take on these side jobs once in a while. Okay.
Precisely.
So that was a favor.
More like what she wanted done worked well with him. If I'm reading the situation right.
I did that at the time only because it amused me. Seeing you run around trying to break a curse that may or may not even exist. It was amusing.
And also harmful.
That's your interpretation.
Many people were objectively harmed by it, so I feel that there's some basis in my interpretation. Death is often considered harm.
If that's your interpretation, I mean, it's only really given you some nasty little nightmares.
My own issues are separate from that of the person who was first inflicted with that haunt, and they did die. If it was merely a proxy to get to us, that is a burden that that person did not need.
Ira finally breaks her silence. Why, mother? Why must you do these things? You're not the mother I knew. Dear daughter, there are more things at play here than you realize. And there are reasons why I do not want you involved. I pray that one day you figure that out. And with that, she takes her leave.
Before you leave, well, is the symbol useless if you deface it?
All symbols have some sort of power. That power can be broken if it is defaced, indeed.
I would wish to speak at some point in the future.
Whatever you wish. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Continue getting my daughter involved in these things. Our next meeting might not be so cordial.
I wish I could understand your purposes for these things.
She says nothing as she takes her leave.
Okay. Tara just takes out her blade, just hack the damn fucking symbol right in half, just defacing it. Carve it, pretty much hack a chunk out of the tree where the symbol was. Just by cutting it in half, cut the symbol itself in half. And breaking up the remains. I wonder if it's go boom when I do that though.
No, nothing happens really.
I would have expected Kawaii to be upset at this. Or is she
Kawaii was
understanding?
Kawaii was upset about the symbol being on the tree in the first place.
I actually would like to use my understanding of religion to see if the way that Tira is defacing it has any kind of meaning, or whether there'd be a better way to do the destruction of this symbol.
Sure. And Kia, is there anything you would like to do?
Could use a story point to fix that.
Nothing at the moment, I don't think.
That feels better.
A 31. After a story point is spent. Lovely. But he can, by Frost, you can go ahead and have another story point. Everyone can have another story point for
Thank you.
that scene with Luna Astoria. And 31. You believe that even just cutting through the circle on the... you just cutting through one part of it. That's enough to break whatever magic it might have had.
Okay. So I will let Tira know that if there was any magic attached, what was done there should be sufficient.
All right. I'll just keep hacking away off of it. Hey, Dwight, you can mend this tree after I hack it.
You could cut the tree down and I can grow a new one. It may take me a little while though.
I'm talking about just facing the part of it, so y'all just mend it to be a whole tree again. Instead of having to cut them down. I'm just cutting down the symbol off the bark and off the side of the tree, that's all. And while I'm hacking up I'm completely cutting out the freaking symbol all the way around in pieces. So it won't hold anything.
I just described it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you described it. Just pretty much what I did. I just tacked it up on the piece. No matter if I just took a small chunk, I still go take the whole symbol off.
That's fair. You already have done so much and you haven't even met the family yet.
Okay, our job is done. Going home.
Yeah.
Well, I think you should probably meet the family first, you know.
Well, what if that symbol was part of the possession? What might help a little bit. Now let's go help the girl, because I'm part of the whole power to make that necro spirit strong. So if we weaken the symbol or a certain thing that could be tied to the possession, it can probably make it a lot easier to rid the spirit. But let's go.
All right. So, okay, we will have to step in.
So, you finally go up to the house and knock on the door, I presume. After
Is it a
having
normal door?
a long chat with Luna.
Okay. Sure, that sounds reasonable.
What's the perception check for, Tira?
See if I see any symbols around the house.
Not at first glance, no. So you go up to the door and you knock on the door. And the mother, Chantel, answers. Greetings. Can I help you?
We're here to look into the matter that we were contacted about.
Oh, and you brought Kia. Hi, Kia.
Hello.
Kia is a local friend of ours who was instrumental in helping us to work a number of things, and is an excellent asset.
I did not know that. It is nice to see you, Kia.
Yeah, wish it was under better circumstances, but
Yes, so do I. So do I.
So, might we come in and speak about the situation and begin our investigation?
Is now a good time?
Yes, of course. I was messing with my cat.
Oh, we understand that. We have a number of Neko on our ranch.
Yeah, we got so much, we have to herd them.
And that was out of character?
It's always a difficult task. Quite difficult.
As you can tell, it's
Cats
quite
are
difficult to herd cats.
complicated.
That's just a picture for you, Kia, of the fun that you'll have when you come to our ranch.
They're also Bytor.
Yes, which are more like cattle than cats.
Yeah,
They're like something like buffaloes, longhorn bisons.
yeah.
But if you do take into effect that cattle starts with cat, then we have quite a number of cats on our ranch.
Yeah, we got that too.
Cattle or cat. Short. Oh dear.
They also have some strange phenomenon on that ranch. But
Don't tell them about that.
that's not a selling point. Not something you want on the brochure.
Well, we're still not 100% certain exactly all that's going on below, but we'll find out more about what lies below in the future.
Oh yes, of course. There is a sequel in the works for that one. But
What lurks
that's
above.
but that's another episode. For
Yes.
now, you are brought into the house where you meet with the rest of the family.
Not family.
Yes, family.
Okay.
I know family's another curse.
So, come. I will introduce people as they're coming in, just so that she knows the rest of the team, and then greet people as we get the chance to meet them.
And right as you're meeting everyone, the little girl's eyes seem to go back into her head, and then all of a sudden she's just spouting this strange language that you've never even heard before.
Excuse me, I have to.
After what?
I have
This-
heard that language before. I babble it every now and again.
Yeah, actually, you often hear Felix spouting this language from the Mythos tomes.
Ah. So I
What are
glanced
the
to
different
Felix.
Mythos tomes in particular, though, actually?
Hmm.
The one that deals more with necrospirits.
I seem to have lost track of which one of those does what.
I think it might be paint with numbers.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's the one that has the color out of space too in it, right?
Yeah. Colors by number.
Color by numbers. Yep.
Voidabology, aspects, plant shadow. Mythos Tome of Animal Husbandry, aspect beast life. Mythos Time of Color by numbers, aspect celestial
Yep.
mind.
Yeah.
Was that available on our World Anvil? Or no, that was further up. No, never mind. Anyway.
I got that in my notes in Tara's notes. I just set Tara's notes to public so you can look at the book.
That's brilliant.
Because I copy paste all that stuff down that you threw down here from a while back.
Good idea. So, anyways, Kia, what do you make of this as you see this girl suddenly start acting this way and start speaking this strange, bizarre language?
I think.
And in fact, you may want to make a will save for stress right now.
All of us?
No. Yeah, actually all of you. But Kia in particular. Okay, Kia
Excellent.
is okay, but she's
Wow.
kind of like, what the F is going on here?
I am sad.
Felix fails.
This is making too much sense.
Felix,
Why is it making sense?
Felix actually critically fails, so that's 2 stress points.
So I would fail as well then, yes?
Yes. That's 1 stress point for Bifrost.
I'm feeling sad.
Felix
this child should not
rolled
be doing this.
1 on the dice, so that's a critical fail. So Felix is like, why is this making sense? Why?
Yeah, so Kia's concern is trying to, it's like, is she, and then maybe, is there any knowledge check I could make?
Sure. You could make an occultism check.
Cool.
So, yeah, you believe that Bifrost's assertion at first that this could be a necrospirit possession could be right on the money. But you've never seen a necrospirit possession up close and personal, but you've heard of these things. And you've heard of these things happening more frequently here in Atlantia, particularly right around this region. You've heard of some things like this happening even down in Conaset, the capital city.
So, are we actually, necrospirits themselves are not actually undead spirits, yes?
No.
They're more akin to
demons.
Right.
Yeah.
If I recall.
Yeah, they're more akin to demons.
So, then I should be able to do some temporary injunction through religion, and then we can work out something a little more specific.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to begin a chant to sort of halt this.
Go for it. Religion check.
Yep. Does the stress do -1 on that, or?
Yes.
Okay, so whatever I roll here will be a -1.
29.
29.
So, as you're chanting, it seems to have an effect on her, and over time, after a couple of minutes, it subsides. And you're looking at the mother, and she is terrified. What just happened? This has been happening more and more frequently.
Yes, this is just a temporary stay. We'll need to take a look around to see if there's anything that is binding the spirit here. I believe this comes from without. It is not any wrong that your child has done or anything that your family has done, but we need to look for the source of this to try and end this situation, because it's not healthy for your family or for your child.
Of course.
I have a can I
I'll
make a quick
say-
question?
Sure.
When a girl is a possessed kid regain consciousness back to her former self?
She seems to go unconscious, but she seems to just be kind of sleeping.
Okay, I have questions. When and where the child been going to, or certain places before this started?
She's played out in the woods. She's played around here in the house.
Where at in the woods?
Not too far out. Not too far out. I make sure that she stays in a general area where I can see her.
Does she have any friends she plays with usually?
No, unfortunately.
Has she spoken of an imaginary friend or other kind of imaginative play?
Well, we didn't ask her brother, because he probably know what's going on too, because he's probably keeping quiet, or he just don't have a clue what happened, where they been. Probably messing with some old shrine or something.
Yeah, but given his age, he's like 3 or 4, and the girl is like 7. So
It's going to be hard to get accurate
his age,
information from the
you
boy.
might want to be very gentle.
Yes.
And this sort of probably for us in laying place, because Tyra don't have patience.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we know that, like, with how Tira keeps chasing Coco around the house.
I'm going to speak with the mother, though. Are there any allergies in your family, especially pet dander?
Not that I know of.
I happen to have brought my pet Neko. You don't think your children would mind looking after her while we look around, do you?
No. No, of course.
So I'm going to
By first, they do have a dog, though.
That's okay. I
They
will
don't
fish out.
actually have a dog.
I'm going to fish
They
out
don't
my
have a
Neko.
Volthro.
Wait, then what the hell was that thing then out front? Oh, it's part of the neighbor's dog?
Probably.
You didn't actually see a Volthro out there.
So I'm going to fish out one of the Nekos here.
I must be hearing things. I heard dog barking.
That was probably my dog in real life.
It was.
I always play that in the place like dog was in the area. Tyra gets to play with the dog a little bit. Why everybody else will gather some information.
I'll share in a second the dog, but yeah, I'm gonna turn around and quickly take out the dagger back and forth a few times until I get a Nako.
Okay.
Flat D20 rolls.
Yes. Kia gets to see how the bag of Nakos works.
Successful, not successful?
That's a success.
Success at getting a Nako or success at just getting my
Success
dagger
at
out?
getting a Nako.
Okay, so I reach into a gap in my outfit. Bifrost does not actually wear. Bifrost is an automaton, forearms, wings, etc., and it generally does not actually tend to wear clothing. The armor is sufficient, and there's nothing anatomically that needs to be hidden. So there's
Nothing
a hole.
anatomically indecent. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing. Bifrost has no shame about its form. That said, there is a gap that's been built into its torso, inside of which is an unusual bag of holding. And Bifrost reaches into that gap and then pulls out, in this case, a friendly, fuzzy little animal. And I will get us our random kitten here in just a second. Oh, that's adorable. There you go.
Oh, that's extra adorable.
So that is the Nako that gets pulled out here, and that Nako is the one that will be handed over to the kids to be looked after while we take a look around. I am afraid I do not have her name. So, if you can help me think of a good name for her, I would be grateful.
So you give the kids a little Nako to look after while you go investigate around the house.
Yep.
And
Wow.
Kia, what do
That
you
Nako's
make?
tinier than usual.
I want to
Yep.
know, what is Kia's reaction when Bifrost pulls a Nako out of his chest?
Mild surprise, because it's a world of magic and wonder. You know, it's like there's a demon-possessed child. It's,
Not every day
Yeah.
you see someone pull a cat out of a bag. Literally.
Yep. A demon-possessed child, a cat-possessed automaton. You never know what you're going to find.
Cat possessed.
Life
are
is like
magical.
a box of chocolate. You never know what you get.
Yep. So yes, I'll ask their
Okay,
help on
Felix.
naming this little one.
Cyber will be back in a second.
Excellent. So, yeah. So I'm gonna look around to see if there's anything. Probably, I'll ask the mother. Could we take a look at the room of the children just to see if there's
Sure.
anything unusual?
The children have separate rooms. They got lucky with this house.
Well, that's lovely. And Bifrost will make complimentary noises as they move throughout the house. Just how nice it is. I believe this is probably a new house too, like the last place we were at. Yes.
No, this house is kind of a little bit dated.
Oh, so this one was not destroyed in the strife with the undead.
Yeah. This house actually is a little more on the outskirts. So the undead army pretty much kind of missed this house entirely because they were going in a straight path directly towards Konaset.
That's very fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, Bifrost is just going to be really complimentary as they're going through, just to help the mother feel a little more at ease.
And
What? What is it?
you're getting into a chatty conversation with the mother.
Yeah, it's a technique to help her not feel quite so afraid, and also there's probably an element of fear and shame in having one's child possessed. So
Yeah.
to make her feel a lot less anxious about that this is sort of a normal thing and we'll take care of it.
I wouldn't call it normal.
Makes me wonder if Bifrost maybe knows something about that in real life, but I digress.
Well, there are many things in the world, certainly, but being possessed is not one of those things I've experienced, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
So
Is Felix back now?
I am.
Welcome back. I guess you could take the AFK tag off.
Yeah, I can do that.
I guess. So, Felix, what are you doing as Bifrost is taking a tour of the house, it appears?
I mean, I'm a little less experienced in how to deal with solving a spirit inhabitation like this. I'm more available in case things get a little more physical. But
We also
I can
have
definitely
some
join
knowledge of these
Bifrost
things.
in looking around.
Yeah, you also have some mythos tomes that might help you with research.
True.
And
But
just real
for
quick
now,
for our viewers, you see Chris Village is right here on our mini map up here. Chris Village is right here. Not sure if you can see the mouse, but that's Chris Village. And then the city of Conisset is right here on the peninsula, at the very coast of the peninsula. And so the undead armies pretty much marched right on through, and this house in particular was kind of on the outskirts, so it got missed entirely. Very fortunate.
yeah, for now, I think I'll just join Bifrost in our tour of the house.
Sure. And Kia, what do you think you'll be doing?
Honestly, just going with and checking out the house seems. Actually, could I just have? I'd like to actually go out around, just sort of the kind of perimeter of the house, just to see if I can find any
Sure.
tracks or like marks, anything like that seems weird. A stranger might have been coming or going.
Sure. Go ahead. You can go outside and do a little perimeter of the house and the surroundings.
So, not going far, but just.
Yeah. And that could be a perception check.
Cool.
And as she is doing that, Tira, what are you doing?
What's Bifrost already doing?
Bifrost is taking a tour of the house along with Felix, and Kia seems to be doing a perimeter of the outside of the house and the surroundings.
I'm gonna inspect investigate the little girl's room, see if I find any symbols or find anything that don't seem right that should be in the child's possession.
Sure. So, you can go ahead and make a perception check of the little girl's bedroom. We have a 33 for Tira in the little girl's bedroom. Kia has a 27.
Nice.
And Kia, with that 27, you don't really see anything out of the ordinary. You see some tracks here and there, but they look like children's tracks. You could see where the kids go out and into the tree line and play, and it does correlate with the mother's story that the kids don't really go far. They generally stay right in that vicinity at the edge of the tree line where they are easily seen from the house.
Cool. I'll do a quick check of the tree line, just to double check if there's any of those symbols that we saw.
Alright, and going back to Tira, as you're investigating the little girl's bedroom, nothing seems out of the ordinary in here. But you do notice the little girl seems to have been making some drawings lately.
That's a good one to look at.
Yeah, I think I need to get Felix for this.
Yeah. Felix knows something about that, and in fact, Felix, I believe you do you have that particular Mythos tome in your possession at this time?
The one Mythos tome that I do not have with me is Color by Numbers.
So what are the three again? Let's see.
I've got Animal Husbandry and Void Herbology available.
I believe actually it was Animal Husbandry.
Yeah, it was Animal Husbandry.
Okay.
Yeah, I got tones to left public in the notes.
Thank you.
I got 3 of those tomes in there.
And there are more Mythos tomes to be found out in the world, and you will be finding more as time goes on. So, Felix, you can actually do a research check with the Tome of Animal Husbandry. And I know these titles of these Mythos tomes seems a little weird. That's just the irony of these tomes.
I mean, you don't want this knowledge to be obvious that it's this knowledge.
Yeah.
I figured that's what was going on when I first came across them.
It was also just to be funny.
Yes.
Because void herbology, that's definitely very, very funny. There's no plants in the void. It's the void.
Alright. So what kind of check am I rolling for this research check?
That's going to be an occultism.
Okay, and I will get the +2 bonus from having the right Mythos tome available.
Yep. And that is a 38! Awesome! A critical success. Actually, it's not really a critical success, is it? Yeah, actually, it is a critical success.
Did I beat it by 10?
Yeah, it is actually.
Okay.
You actually did beat it by exactly 10.
Okay.
This is one of those obscure subjects. Obscure subjects is it generally tends to be about DC 27, DC 28. So yeah.
At this level. Yeah.
hmm
Okay.
So you actually did beat it by exactly 10, and as you're looking at these drawings, you definitely feel like like there is some sort of connection to the void here. It's almost like this girl is directly channeling the void through whatever necro spirit this is.
I do not like this, and share with the party that I do not like this. Here is the only one handy, though, as if I recall.
Yeah. Kia is outside doing a perimeter of the house, and Kia, as you are making, you're looking more at the trees now, right? Kia?
Hello, sorry. Yep.
So, make me a perception check. $26. So, Kia, as you're looking more at these trays, you don't really notice anything really off. You notice that the kids do carve some things into the trees, but they're, you know,
Normal
child
kid
things. Child things. They're just normal child things.
Okay, well, if I've exhausted my leads out here, I'll head back towards the house.
Right? And
Still valuable stuff.
By Frost, you are taking a tour of the house.
Yeah, the one of the things I did want to see was the kid's bedroom, but they already investigated that, so that's great. I would say that it's valuable to take a look around for as I'm being escorted through the house for anything that strikes me as unusual or out of place or particularly odd. You know, I'm checking for all sorts of things like cold spots and anything else that might be an indication of a specific locus of power in this house.
Oh, do you have the goblin's gadgets with you?
I do actually have the energy one, so you know I'll discreetly pull that out and just run it. And if the woman of the house asks, I'll just say it's one of a number of interesting devices that we use to do investigation.
Yeah, the engine, what do you call it on the Goldbergs? Had a little needle pops up.
Yep.
Very much like that, actually,
Yeah.
scarily enough.
Yep. So, as you...
And I'm watching for void spirit stuff because that's what Felix said to look for.
Yeah, so
So
as you
anything...
were moving this thing around, as you bring it into the little girl's room, actually not even the little girl's room, as you bring it into the little boy's room, you see a ping. It starts to ping as you start to move into the room, and as you get to about where the edge of the bed is, the edge of the foot of the bed is, that's where it's at its highest.
Okay.
And the same thing does not show up in the little girl's room. Funny enough.
So if I were to try and pinpoint, you say it's near the bed?
Yeah, it's like right near the edge of the foot of the bed.
So I will get down and look underneath the bed.
The bed is in the center of the room, sort of. It's the head of the bed is up against the wall.
Wood floors, carpeted floors.
Wood.
So I'm going to get down on the floor and I'm going to look underneath and see what we can see.
There's nothing but toys under there.
And it doesn't seem like the device is giving me anything more. It's just this location.
Yeah, it's just this location. And it actually seems to not be exactly pinned, but it's like maybe around the 70% mark.
Okay. So if I lift it towards the ceiling or towards the floor, there's no variation.
There is a variation as you lift it towards the ceiling. It seems to go down, but as you bring it towards the floor, it goes up.
What is directly beneath here?
The cellar.
Might we take a look?
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, do you happen to have an attic?
So, well, the cellar would be below, and that's where they're going. So,
Yeah.
and I'll make a comment to those around that we're going to take a look in the cellar. We may have something.
Alright, I'll take a quick look in the attic.
Alright. And back to Kia. Kia, what are you doing? As you don't really notice anything odd around the trees.
So I would have just head back to, if I've kind of exhausted the leads outside, I'd just head back in. So,
Alright, you meet up with Bifrost as the mother, Chantel, is leading him towards the cellar.
We're going to look downstairs. You might want to come, especially because it's well, we've seen some odd phenomenon.
yeah, I just I checked outside, but didn't really find anything.
Okay, so that might suggest that that symbol was more of a marker.
Okay, so as you head down into the cellar, and you're using the device, right?
Yes.
And the device is definitely leading you to something. And as you move closer towards where it would be directly below where the little boy's room is, you'd notice something very odd. You'd notice something you didn't quite expect to see here.
A banana.
No.
I was going to say a giraffe, so either one of us is wrong.
No. You notice 3 sticks crossed over each other like a teepee, and on the very top, an animal's skull.
A tripod.
Yeah. And you can make me an occultism check.
To see if it's occultism or not.
No, actually, this seems familiar.
Yeah, I'm going to redo that one.
Spending another story point. Yay!
Not much better.
Not
This
much
does
better.
look familiar. It looks like something I think I saw in a swamp once.
Not exactly a swamp, but in the middle of the forest. In fact,
On that
if
one
you
ranch.
look at the map, I'm going to
Yep.
link the map here for you in Discord. If you look at the map, go directly almost north of Chris Village. What do you see?
Is that Chris Rock up there?
No.
Sorry, I'm being obnoxious.
What do you see on the map almost directly north?
It's another Bytor ranch.
And it is in fact the ranch that you investigated recently. that was having the same sort of Bytor mutilations that you've been dealing with on your ranch.
Could you draw a line through these locations and perhaps even through the North Point in one straight line?
You almost could. In fact, if you look, the area where you saw the other totem or structure was directly right. You could directly draw a line directly there. And directly through the Olhavio Ranch.
So I'm now writing down the need to investigate later on to see if this is perhaps one of those lines of focus or not.
Mm-hmm. Flow lines. Coming
Yes.
back to flow lines again.
You know, that debunked stuff that we didn't ever confirm really existed, but which has an interesting potential.
Yes.
I've seen something like this, but I can't remember exactly what it was. So, and that's what I will say to my companions that are with me in the cellar.
Yeah, it's just Kia.
Just Kia, as if Kia being here is not already an incredible asset right there. So much the judgment. Okay. I don't think it's wise to touch this at the moment. I can't remember exactly what it was about that one. This is not true, of course. Out of character, I do remember, but that's separate.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you want to see what the others have found?
You could. I think it's best for me to stay here and study this a little more. I feel like all this information suggests this here is at least one major part of it. But you could also tell them to come and take a look. I think Felix especially would be. It would be valuable to have his eyes on this.
Yes. I was, broadly meaning regroup and check it out, but yes. If you want to keep an eye on it, I'll go fetch the others.
Knowing my luck, I'll probably fall through the damn ceiling when I'm going to the attic.
Well, hopefully not.
I feel like this has happened before.
Well, I don't remember. Maybe Tira remembers something I don't.
It's like a while back. Rune fell through the ceiling. And some scaffolds. In that museum.
I mean, I can arrange it if you want.
Yeah, that's why I said, knowing my luck, I'll probably fall through the ceiling.
I mean, there is the 0th Amendment.
Alright, time to try your luck.
73. What's that is? I'll let you interpret that.
73? Just your luck? Nothing happens.
Okay. I'm good. I found beams and not ceiling tiles.
Or this house is actually well maintained.
Okay, I'm going through the attic, try to go in the general area where the reading was reading off of. See, I'm going to check up there because he says it's going up and down. So We're gonna see what's up above, up in the attic.
So Tira goes up into the attic, and you don't find really anything up there in the attic. In fact, they don't even really come up here. So there's like nothing up here, just dust and stuff.
Okay.
Ooh, stuff.
Stuff?
Just
Yeah.
dust and bugs.
Oh, bugs? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, there's some cobwebs.
Ah! She gets. So I had enough. I had enough of the spiders. I'm going down. She's completely covered in spider webs and dust and everything. Well, I didn't find anything, but I found some critters.
That is something.
Speaking of critters, just smack that spider and make it hit the wall. Oh,
That was a fungus spider. They're common in Atlantia.
well, it was a spider. Now he's a grease
Yes.
spot on the wall.
I was gonna say a smear on the wall.
So, Tira eventually comes down into the cellar, smacking cobwebs and stuff out of her ear.
Yeah, tearing out the cobwebs. It's like, I found some webs up in the attic, and I found a spider, but right now it's a new ornament on the wall.
Which is funny. Fungus spiders are usually a little harder to kill than that.
It's probably easier to kill than a cow asp.
So, everyone's down to the cellar looking at this thing, this whatever it is.
Totem of some sort.
Yeah, something.
Hey, Felix, put out your hand.
What are you gonna do to it?
Yeah, she's nothing. She just takes out a handful of dust and just put something in your hands or that. Some cobweb. Can't say I didn't give you anything.
You know,
The spider web's kind of sticky.
I was running low. Thank you. Puts them in my vest pocket.
Wow. Is that something you use for your alchemy or something?
No, not really.
Okay, Felix and Tira can have a story point each.
You know what they say about when life gives you webs.
Make webinade.
Never heard that before. Oh, well.
You've missed out.
I heard life gives you lemon, you make lemonade, but webs? That's a first.
Takes a lot more sugar.
I'm a diabetic. Can't drink that.
You can use stevia. It works with stevia too.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure Kia is like cracking up at this right now.
Oh yes.
That was
All right.
interesting.
Well, I'm ready to get down to actual business.
Yeah. Okay, back to the totem.
Felix has the vague sense that he's seen something like this before as well. Because if I recall correctly, we have.
Yes. You can make an occultism check
Yeah, I was gonna say.
to recall
But it's
knowledge.
been a while, and there's been a bout of moderate insanity between then and now.
Yeah, moderate. Moderate to the point he was
No.
spouting off Pathfinder rules.
I need to make sure that I have room for another hero point later.
And 26. It's Tira, not Kira. You're mixing up two of your characters again.
Usually takes me to do that.
Aww.
So 26. Yeah, you definitely remember this because this one kind of was freaking you out. Luckily, this one doesn't seem to be doing the same sort of thing as that one was.
Or unluckily. If I recall, I think we had to break them, but I think there was probably a better way to break them than we ended up doing.
I'll break them. Tire just kicks it.
And that's when it explodes.
Well, there goes my feet.
Does Tira actually kick it?
Yeah.
So Tira kicks the totem and it falls into pieces.
What? That's it?
And at that exact moment, you hear screaming from upstairs.
I will run as fast as I can.
The little
Unfortunately,
girl, as you come upstairs, the little girl, she seems to be possessed again, and now is actually violent. She is actually physically violent, lashing out at her parents. She is screaming. She is throwing things. She is actually physically violent.
Okay, so I'll begin chanting again.
Make a religion check. And while Bifrost is doing that, Kia, what are you doing?
Oops.
Can't think of anything better to do than maybe just try to, like, restrain her.
Alright,
Right, yeah,
make an
that
athletics
was
check.
my thought exactly.
Make an athletics check. Does Felix want to help?
Sure.
I'll spend one of those on their story points.
Yep. Guess 12's not going to cut it.
An assist there for, what is it, +2?
Yep. So it's 23. That is just enough to restrain the little girl. As Bifrost begins chanting, Tira, what are you doing?
I feel like that shouldn't be just enough to restrain a small child. But
Tells you how
okay.
A
hardcore that is.
possessed child.
Okay,
True.
I help out. Just make sure you don't skull thrash and kick him in the side of the head. Is that athletics?
Yes.
Barely holding on to his feet.
So, Bifrost, you are chanting with a 28. And it seems it's going to take more than that. You need to make another religion check.
That's
As
very
she is getting even more violent. She is struggling against these three.
it's not working.
She is struggling hard. And she is shouting obscenities in that language. Felix is probably translating these obscenities. They're not words I want to repeat right now, unfortunately.
Well, you won't get me doing it.
No, of course not.
I lose the grip on the feet. Someone's gonna get kicked upside the head now.
Tira, you get kicked right in the face right at that moment. And you take 5 damage straight to the face.
Ow.
Should I make another athletics check, sorry?
Sure.
Yeah, I immediately
Don't roll
get
one.
kicked in the face and knocked back, and I just cover my face up.
Aha.
You managed to hold on.
helpful.
You managed to hold on.
That is a 20 on the die, by the way, Seth.
Yeah, Kia, you managed to hold on. You are holding on for dear life. Bifrost.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at 4th level.
Sure.
So heightened, and then on the child. Hopefully that'll be enough to stop the possession.
And nothing happens. She is still struggling like hell.
Well, then I'll go back to chanting because it needs the.
I'm going to attempt to grab
ritual.
the feet again. And without getting kicked upside the head anymore. Okay, I got it.
32. Yep.
Yeah, I got it better
27.
this time. Because I hurt.
Yeah.
Yep. We're looking for at least a 30 is what I'm getting.
Yeah, 27. You continue chanting, and she gets even more violent. And she starts screaming even more.
In my religious opinion, would
This is what would be normally called like a complex task. I'm going off of like the subsystems here.
Okay, that's fine.
So you're getting points towards stopping this.
So,
and with an occultism check for the little girl as she's fighting and shouting obscenities, the possession is getting more points. You must continue the chanting. Bring out all of your religious symbols.
I have the imprinted religious symbol on my shield, and I do have a plain religious symbol as well. And I'll use. I brought some salt anyway, so I'll use some salt as well, just to try and create a barrier as well.
Maybe holy water? Do you have holy water?
Theoretically, I could get some from Tarek, and we probably have some around the ranch because of that. Tarek was good enough to be able to do that.
Yeah, so you probably have some holy water.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yep.
I think we story point. I have one of those.
Excellent.
You can spend a story point to say, I have one of those.
I essentially said something about possession, I did.
A fairly mundane
there you go.
Item with them.
That's a success.
Yay.
I got one ball, just a vial of holy water just in case.
Yeah, we totally brought holy water with us.
Of course you would bring holy water to a possession case. Of course.
Yeah, that is one of the reasons why I brought salt, but yes, that's fine.
You forgot some pepper.
Yes, this is true. I should consider the efficacy of ritual pepper use.
Because things can get a little spicy.
Oh, that's bad.
Cybert would Niven really appreciate the use of ritual spices?
I never really played into his ancestry, I guess, as it's now put.
Yeah.
He might have appreciated ritual spices. More complex than salt.
It was very spicy.
Ritual paprika.
Paprika. I love
Is it
paprika.
regular or smoked? Is it regular paprika or is it smoked paprika?
Regular paprika.
I gotta get some smoked paprika. Sorry, we're talking about food. Probably getting our viewers hungry. Probably getting everyone hungry.
Yeah, we're going off right
Getting your players hungry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Paprika. I'm sorry, continue. Continue with your
Yes.
chanting.
No eggs.
Continue with your chanting. Continue holding the girl down.
Not normally comments that we do, but this came out anyway.
Yeah, it kind of went off the rails. Are you saying you're
When
still on
doesn't
there?
it go off the rails with this group?
At about 6:32.
Okay, I still got her feet while you still chatting. Because I don't want to get kicked in the face again.
Felix, make a reflex save.
Okay. And that's
Kia, you'll need to make
Yes.
another athletics check too.
Okay.
Okay, Felix manages to not get punched in the face. But the girl's hand is free. Bye,
Alright,
Frost. Continue your
continuing with the
chanting.
Yep, we'll do. I was almost at 10. Would have been
25.
27 again. Yeah, not where it needs to be, I know.
Well, you still got some points. You still got a point.
Yep.
And with that, slowly it seems to subside as she seems to stop struggling. And eventually she wakes up. She looks around. Mommy, what happened? And Bifrost, you can make one last religion check to see if she is still possessed.
No!
Bifrost, you think she is absolutely still possessed.
Well, I mean, it could be trying to be very stealthy here, so...
Could I make a roll as well? Just to...
Sure. Everyone can.
I'm good leaving it up to party consensus.
So, Kia, you believe the spirit is gone. Tira, do you want to roll a religion? Tira
Good job,
believes the
everyone.
same thing. Tira
Oh, wait.
believes the same
We're-
thing as
we're on one.
Bifrost. You believe the spirit is still there.
I believe it's gone into quiescence, but it's waiting to attack again.
this is not the voice of dissent, but I think we might have got it.
For the moment, perhaps, but it could be trying to impersonate.
I mean, it wasn't doing that before, so why would it change tack like that?
Well, I'm still holding down the feet, so just in case.
Mommy, why are these strange people holding me down?
Yeah, well, I am going to let go of the little girl.
Hey, do some sit-ups while I still got your ankles.
I don't know. Do you have any means of like detecting? So you had like that device that led you to the cellar.
Sure, I'll take a look at that, and we'll start with that. But I have another thing I'll check as well.
Okay. You don't really pick anything up on the device.
So nothing here. When I came upstairs, I assume it didn't give me. It went down as normal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is not a true haunt because it's a necro spirit, so I can't use my Graves voice or other things like that. Right?
It actually is a haunt.
Okay, so I'm gonna check. We'll use Spirit Lord to see if I can get the spirit to respond to me, because I can make requests for information using Graves' voice.
Okay. And there is no response.
Okay, well, I was gonna roll, but that works too.
So,
Yep, there's really, it's quiet. Normally that would compel it to speak.
so presuming what you were doing worked, is the spirit just out of the girl? Is it still around? Or have we sent it back to whatever hell pit it crawled out of?
Well, to the GM here, usually there's a token or something else that needs to be destroyed in order to stop the haunt entirely, correct?
It depends.
Kicking down this thing caused a reaction. And I would like to remove those things from the household. But that doesn't mean this is everything, necessarily. So, I'm going to go back down while things seem calm here, and I'm going to gather up the items from the tripod and see if there's anything else, like a strange marking on the ceiling or something else like that that would be another indicator.
Sure, while you're down there, you can make a perception check.
I'd help with that search if...
Okay.
Thank you.
I will stay upstairs in case things take a turn.
Perfect.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Okay, so that's hopeful. And is there... I can do just plain old cantrip detect magic. Is there anything going on with this? It'll automatically be heightened to 4. With the objects I've got, do they have any kind of magical nature to them?
It seems like they did, but not anymore.
Okay.
So you what you feel is the remnants of whatever magic they had.
Okay.
Can we show this totem stuff to the mother? Because for one, it seems kind of weird this was set up in the basement and she at no point noticed it. And 2, it's also kind of weird that someone did this.
Very much. So, as we go back up, Bifrost will ask, like, so did you have someone recently come in to do any work in the house or to look at your basement?
No. But we did recently move into the house near the start of the year.
You didn't see anything like this downstairs, though.
No, pray tell, where the hell where did that come from?
This was in your basement, as it turns out. And may
Oh
very well have
my.
had a major impact on this.
Just one this totem, was it hidden in the basement, or is it like kind of?
It seemed to be hidden in a way.
Okay. Also, could I roll like what's the insight equivalent in Pathfinder 2e? Just
Insight
perception?
could be recalled knowledge. So that's just any check like religion, occultism, society that has a recalled knowledge check attached to it.
Or do you mean specifically you want to see if she's telling us the truth?
Yes, that's what I meant.
Okay,
like,
that would be perception.
Okay.
And she is definitely telling the truth.
Okay.
Odd that it said legendary.
Oh, what? But the bonus is right, so I don't know why it's.
Yeah, that's
and it was
weird.
it was master before, so now that it's legendary, it's interesting.
Yeah, especially because legendary, that's a few levels from now.
That's like level 17, level 15 and up.
Oh, I think maybe I misclicked some stuff because I set it to legendary, but also set it to charisma somehow. So the bonus is cancelled out. But there we go. It is correct now.
Okay. Whoops. We all make mistakes.
If the bonus was right, that's all that matters.
Yeah, like that's all.
Yeah, she seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. Well, so do we think maybe we're dealing with this and banishing it? Maybe we have dealt with this? He's just kind of asking the group, or maybe Bifrost.
I don't know. I'm always, and this is me just speaking as a player, I'm always unsure if we've really dealt with the whole thing. This is a trigger, but I don't know that everything is done, necessarily.
Do we maybe want to look into the history of the house, if they only moved in a year ago, see if anything relevant happened?
It's reasonable, and there would be a place to do that in the city, so I suspect that could be useful.
You can go ahead and make a society check to do that.
I'm on it. I'm less on it.
Yep, I'm on it to the same degree.
I've got another one.
What are we
Odds
doing
are
the
good that
society
it'll
for?
be better.
Oh my
No!
god.
It is not better.
We're just looking into whether there was any kind of event or action,
So Felix,
activity at
you
the house.
rolled a 1 on the die. You know what that means.
It means that the library is fine.
Nicely played, Tira.
It means that you get misinformation. Not to be confused with disinformation.
I rolled a
Ooh.
1 this time.
Natural 20 and then a natural 19. That's impressive rolling.
Yeah. So, Felix, let's see here. You believe that that this house may have once, a long time ago, been owned by the King of Konaset. For some odd reason. You just found a similar last name, and that's what led you down that rabbit hole.
I'll share this information with the people that live there, but I don't see how that's terribly relevant to what we're trying to look at.
Oh no, maybe someone was trying to curse the King of Konaset.
That was exactly what I was going to suggest.
You know, you bring up a good point.
A misfired curse. Left and planted, but never landed. And now a necrospirit attacks the poor family instead.
Tira, your role suggests that you don't really find anything of importance here. So
You know, the thing that doesn't really make sense to me, though, is if the king lived there so long ago, why did it only just now act?
Oh, you're talking about the king without the emperor without clothes. Okay.
No. No, just the king.
Oh, okay. The king that has no clothes. Okay.
So
Is the girl awake?
yeah.
So, can I go over to her and just hey, so just did you play down in the basement at all? At any point, did you find anything strange?
No.
Is the little girl lying?
Well, perhaps she happened to go off, got out of sight when she playing outside.
17. I've never
don't
met a
think
more
she's
honest
lying.
little girl.
You don't think she's lying.
Yeah. Hey, kids lie. She might think she's will get in trouble. Yeah,
They can.
It's not
but
outrageous, but yeah. Okay. So, I struggle to just chalk this up as just bad luck.
Well, you can't really come to any real conclusions as to how did this happen, and so Bifrost, Tira, and Felix, you head back to the ranch after some time, and after some weeks pass, you receive another call from the same family. In fact, actually, this call came from Kia, because now it's happening again, but not with the little girl. This time, it's happening with the uncle. And this time, Kia, you have actually had direct contact with the witch, Luna, again. Luna seems to still be sticking around. And what's interesting is as everyone comes back to Atlantia and meets back up with Kia, Kia actually brings Luna along. And now Ira is like, checking out. She's like, she wants nothing to do with her mother at this point. So she walks off with Koi.
You know, you guys didn't need to come with us this time, you know.
And Ira fires
No.
back with, I had no idea my mother would be here.
Well, you did have no idea that your mother would be here last time. Then I realized, oh, I need to come on my ship.
Well, you folks must be getting pretty used to this journey by now.
I,
So-
just as a note, have to step out of Fantasy Grounds. I think it's crashing, and I'll be right back in. I'll still
Okay.
be in the stream.
Okay. So, as you meet back up with Luna and Ira storms off, Luna says, I didn't want her involved in any of this to begin with.
Might be a good idea.
Oh, you have no idea. So, I have to be honest.
Did you do it?
You found a totem, didn't you?
Yes.
One way to
found-
describe what we found.
You found one of my totems. I have been trying to conduct a ritual using these totems. I assume you found one just north of here as well. That was one of mine as well.
Are you attempting to tap into the flow lines?
In part, yes. I've been trying to conduct a ritual to rid myself of these necro spirits that haunt me. But I lost control of this ritual. I had no idea that one of the necro spirits had attached itself to a young child. And I feel responsible for that. I am deeply sorry for that. I will help you to undo the damage that I have done. But, and I feel that this might not be too terribly difficult, I do not want my daughter involved. I want her to stay as far away from this as possible.
Well, if I may, she seems to have made a decision on that.
Why?
I pull out a map and start trying to figure out where is, like, literally the opposite side of the world from here.
Why don't I want my daughter involved? I feel that should be fairly obvious. Considering this is dealing with necro spirits, and necro spirits are dangerous.
That sounds good to me.
I mean, she can handle herself fairly well.
Well, everyone has a breaking point, so. And you found yours about three times good, way long ago.
I mean, I got a little better.
Is the reason you don't want your daughter involved the personal reason you brought up before, or is it because of these spirits?
I feel that her girlfriend, and she says that with, as she says that word, make a perception check.
We'll do.
I put it here.
So Bifrost, as she says that word, at first it seems like she says it with a little bit of disgust, but then you realize no. She says it as she's not used to saying that. It's new to her. Like, it's something she didn't expect. It's not really with disgust that she says that. It's just something she didn't really expect.
Okay.
So,
In a
I feel
in a
that
concerning manner.
I feel that my daughter's girlfriend doesn't really trust me because she seems to sense the necro spirits that have attached themselves to me. I want to be perfectly clear. I do not pray to necro spirits. I am sure this is something that my daughter has already told you. I have never prayed to necro spirits. I pray to the spirits of the land.
Are these necrospirits the reason you've changed?
I'm sure she told you that she thought I had passed away during an incident in the Quartica Islands some time back.
We were informed that she thought you had passed away, yes.
Well, I was there during that incident. And I would have died, but I called out to the spirits to save myself. But in my desperation, I seem to have called to the wrong spirits.
I see.
And now these necro spirits refuse to leave me alone. So, Bifrost, you could make a religion check.
Yeah. Crud. I mean, it's 25, which is good,
Yeah.
but it's still not high.
So, Bifrost, you realize she actually has a sort of likeness with Koi, because she seems to she claims that she really actually prays to the spirits of the land,
Right.
and that's the same sort of spirits that Koi has an attachment to.
But that has never caused issues for Koi, so...
Yeah.
But then Koi has a very unique relationship with the world, so that's another thing, too.
That's some way to is that a way to say someone's crazy?
Maybe.
You know, Felix says it.
Yeah, that'd be me.
I hear that you have some books in your possession.
They're my book.
I may like to take a look at them sometime, if you do not mind.
That
He definitely
Yep.
does mind, even though his mind's not there half the time.
thanks. Depends on how the rest of this pans out.
So, Kia, what do you have to say about all this?
I think I've just been taking it in, really. So it's like this all seems kind of their deal.
And as Luda walks off, she says she's going to take another closer look at the house. And as she's walking off, she whispers to you, Kia, "Oh, by the way, the spirit that's attached itself to the others, I feel it's also attached itself to you. Very sorry."
Well, how does that work if it's possessing someone else?
It's the way she says it is it's attached to you, and she's referring to the same sort of thing that Bifrost already mentioned.
Oh, this
he mentioned
curse
it as
thing.
he mentioned it as a curse, but she calls it just a spirit.
Okay. Yeah, Tara just looked at you. Welcome to the club.
Okay, well, I'd ask how to fix it, but I'm guessing you don't know, so.
Yeah, she was whispering it to her.
Yep. Well, fuck.
We can assist. Well, actually, you didn't ask us, so.
Yeah.
Bifrost will turn to Ira.
Ira's already stormed off a while ago, so you'll probably have to go find her.
Probably got the ship, or who knows.
Yeah, I'm gonna go looking, because this has got to be incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, you find
is
her.
Kwoi?
Yeah, Kwoi is with her. You find her sometime later, and they are like parked, like sitting at the edge of a pond deeper into the woods, and that's where you find them. And Ira is just sitting there at the edge, and Kwoi is standing off to the side, kind of looking worried. And make me a perception check as you approach.
I see all the things.
You think that she's really having a lot of difficulty with this. And as you approach, she looks at you and then looks back at the water and she says, "Don't trust her."
I have a hard time not trusting people. I do know that people lie, but I think sometimes even their lies hold truth. I may be a fool at times too.
I don't trust her. And you shouldn't trust her either.
Is it possible these spirits may have been responsible for the change you see?
She shrugs. According to Kwoi, maybe, but don't trust her.
I can understand that. You've had much more of a relationship with her than I have, certainly. And you've seen more of the change. It's fair for you to be conflicted.
She won't even say what happened to my father.
Do you wish to talk? Do you
No.
want her to tell you?
I feel like whatever she tells me now is probably going to be a lie.
Do you feel that she would be willing to share it with me as a innocent, perhaps even gullible bystander?
Whatever she tells you is probably going to just be manipulative. You can't trust her. She's probably manipulating you even now.
Some people do not know how to avoid manipulation. It may not always be a conscious thing.
And
But-
as Bifrost is having this little chat with Ira, back with you guys, Kia, Felix, and Tira, what are you doing? Luna's already made herself scarce.
Yeah, I think once Luna has buggered off, I'll go to the sort of the others and be like, so, might have been nonsense, but she mentioned something about a spirit attaching itself to me too, in context to you lot. You know anything about that?
The little curse here and there. Yeah.
I don't
So-
know. I've stuck around hoping it would get resolved, but I haven't actually noticed it to be that bad.
I mean, I prefer to take care of it, but so,
So,
like,
at this
does that-
point, Kia, you suddenly feel like you're like out of body. You don't even feel like you're in your own body anymore. You feel like you're in someone else's body, and you look down, and you're looking at a completely different sight. You're looking at the middle of a kitchen, and as you look down at your hands, you see a knife in your hands, and you have absolutely no control of what you're doing. As you feel yourself going towards a living room, and then taking this knife and stabbing a man repeatedly. And then all of a sudden you're back in your own body, back looking at Felix and Tira, and make me a will save. Okay, you managed to get through that.
I turned to Tira. That was the thing, wasn't it?
she's gonna like shake her head as like, but was that this curse thing talking about?
I have not experienced what you experienced. Actually, what the hell happened? Because your eyes just
I
went
know.
blank all of a sudden.
I don't know if it was real or not. I was somewhere else. Like there was I was someone else, and someone got stabbed.
And
Do you happen to
at
recognize the
that
area?
point, you suddenly hear screaming from from like off the way. You hear screaming like like further into the village, and you hear someone screaming, "Someone got stabbed!" And that is where I'm going to end today's session.
Okay.
That's
Well,
a
shit.
little bit of an interesting way to end things for today. And it looks like we will be moving off of Saturdays, I believe, to Wednesday is what we kind of narrowed on.
Our general consensus was yes.
Is that okay with Kia?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll be moving
Okay.
off of Saturdays onto Wednesdays,
And
at
is
least
this
temporarily.
going to be Wednesday right after the Tuesday session, or is this
Yes.
going to be on
Yes.
alternating week?
It'll be right
Okay.
after the Tuesday session. I'll go through and change a couple of events up through to July.
Okay.
Same time, I presume.
Yes, same
Cool.
time, same Mr. Time, same Mr. Channel. And we will see you all next time on part 2 of Witch's Revenge.
I